I bet you've heard that tortoises live a long time, but did you know that sharks can too? Take the Greenland shark. This is a deep sea species that's been quietly roaming the cold waters of the North Atlantic for centuries. And they're found from the Arctic Ocean to Canada, Iceland, Norway, and even as far south as France and Portugal. Now, they prefer very cold, deep waters, sometimes as far down as 2,200 meters, and they're rarely seen near the surface. They are specifically adapted for cold water, and their bodies contain high levels of chemical compounds that act like antifreeze, and that stops their bodies from forming ice crystals. But here is what really sets them apart. The Greenland shark is the longest living vertebrate known to science. Those are animals with a backbone, and scientists estimate that they can live at least 272 years, possibly over 500. That means that some Greenland sharks alive today were likely born before the Taj Mahal was built in the 1600s. They grow extremely slowly, about a centimetre a year, and they don't reach sexual maturity until they're about 150 years old, which is longer than humans live. But how do you find out how old a shark is, especially a shark that is so hard to find? Figuring out sharks' ages takes creativity. Normally, with sharks, you count the growth rings on their vertebrae, kind of like how you count the rings of a tree. But Greenland sharks have soft vertebrae without these rings, and so you can't tell them from there. It's also hard because they grow so slowly. Like one shark that was tagged in 1936 had only grown 2 inches 16 years later, so the size doesn't necessarily tell you how old it is. Instead, researchers analyze the inner lens of the eye. The inner lens forms before birth and it isn't replaced, so you can radiocarbon date these. And the extreme longevity is likely linked to their biology. They have low metabolism, a cold, deep water habitat, and incredibly slow growth and reproduction. They move so slowly that small crustaceans end up living in their eye, damaging it and turning them blind. It doesn't really seem to affect their survival, though. Everything about them is slow, from their movement to their growth and their aging, but that is exactly what allows them to endure, and they are a great reminder of how much we still don't know about life in the deep ocean and how some of the slowest animals on Earth might hold the biggest secrets about time, health, and slow aging.